Good morning. It's about 7:30, and look at that gorgeous sky. There's all my firewood, and there's my hydrangeas. Still on the tree, and this is the front view of my farm. And this tree has lost almost all of its leaves. There's a few. The very tippy top. That sky is just beautiful. Stephen and I were sitting on the front porch last night, and it was just shades of blue and pink and just gorgeous. Stephen spent so much time clearing out underneath the trees. There was a lot of vines growing underneath them, and it looks so pretty now because you can see the field just through the trees. I just love, it's early morning, and I just love the quietness of the house, how still it is. Aren't they cute? I just love them. Patty pans. They taste pretty good too. I made mine in the oven last week. I took the really small ones that I had from the garden, and I put them in the oven. I think I just baked them 350, and then when they came out, they were really soft, and I just sliced the tops off and put some butter and a little bit of cinnamon and brown sugar, and you just kind of scooped out the center. It was really good. Tasted really good. This is my little red loom. This is a Julia. It's a Glamocra, and what I have threaded on here is hand spun. I already made a table runner, and this is a reed that, if you counted all those spaces, there's 6, they call them dents, and there's 6 dents per inch, and that makes the set of your fabric. So I spaced this every other one, so it would actually be 3 threads per inch, and it made for really flimsy fabric, and my plan was I set it that wide because I was going to felt it, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted, so I'm gonna have to rethread the reed and make the set a little closer, so it'll actually be 6 threads per inch. And this is just I've got it threaded through the heddles. It's 2 harness, so it's just going to be a plain weave, and just 1 harness per treadle. And there's my hand spun. So I probably am going to work on this next weekend. show you a couple things that I've been working on. These are my paper stars. They're Moravian stars. And this is kind of like origami, except I then dip these in beeswax, and I put a little ribbon or a little string through one of the points, and you can hang this in your window, and when the sun hits it, you get just a little hint of the beeswax smell. So this is like a beige color paper, and then the beeswax, when you dip it in the beeswax, it changes color. And this little guy it was a pink paper that I used, and it turned it. I think I love that color. Once the beeswax hits it, it's really pretty. These are some lavender sachets that I made, and I just used old fabric, cut it out, or some vintage fabric, and added some vintage buttons. I really like that. And they're stuffed with lavender. And here's a cute little button. And some more vintage fabric with a little bit of denim. This one has some vintage denim on the back. This is a little notions pouch that I made, and this is using the mud cloth. I purchased this mud cloth on eBay, and I added a little hand-painted glass bead that came from Ghana, and I lined the pouch with linen and just added a little twine kind of ribbon closure. I love the way that they weave the fabric. They do it in strips, and then they sew the strips together, and then they paint it with mud, and you can see the little lines in there. It's really pretty. This is my handmade soap, and I added a little scrubby, and these are going to go in my Etsy shop, and it'll be a little bar of soap with a little crocheted scrubby.